Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. We're doing about something like what home network Wi-Fi, and this has been sort of an ongoing thing here to work with the kids. My kids actually live here, so working out with them what we need, what they need, and obviously it's been changing as they get older, new demands for new things. So I wanted to sort of cover basically briefly what we've got set up in here. We've got a very basic router. I'll do a close-up shot in a sec. Broadband, so it's running on Sky. Sky broadband, and also what we've done, we've cabled the rooms upstairs with Ethernet Cat 5e cables, which run directly down here. Again, I'll show you a close up. That connects to this box directly. We're connecting 2 more rooms up soon, which we're going to need to put a smaller switch in here, because obviously the back of this switch, it's got a switch on it, but it's not got enough ports that we need. So let me make a bit close up for you guys. So this is what we got. Let me just adjust the camera down a little bit. So Sky broadband box, very simple thing. Can work with any broadband you want, whether it's BT or Sky or wherever the one you're on in the UK. So what we've got here, we've cabled up to down from the bedrooms. So we've got 2 bedrooms connected, and we're due to put 2 more in for the other 2 bedrooms. So in here we've got Ethernet running here. Still got to tidy all this up. It's just literally laid in until it's all completely finished, and then it goes up and then it's terminated on these RJ45s. So we've got to put a nice little box in there. So hopefully we'll have a box there and a box there, and these will be patched into it nicely because they're just dangling there at the moment. There's 2, so we're going to have 4 of those, 2 in each box, and they patch just literally from connector there straight in the back of the BT box. So we've got to cable another bedroom up, which is going to have 2 ports. So yeah, we'll have extra ports. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a switch up here, a little 6-port switch. These will patch into the switch, and then this router will patch into the switch, give them nice fast gigabit connections. So if they want to file share between each other, I know they do game playing with each other, it's able to do that. Because a lot of issues we had currently coming up with kids, especially here, if you think about it, I'll just give you a quick show around. You've got quite a large front room here, then you've got the kitchen, so the Wi-Fi signal comes out of here, and it sort of starts dropping. And when you get to this bedroom here, and go through that door, because that door is quite a thick firewall door, so it's very thick, and it loses signal in there. So in theory, you got to look at the Wi-Fi is coming through this wall here, so it drops in quality. It's got to go through, in theory, it's sort of a line of sight, so it's going to go through the wall door, again, drops rapidly, quickly. We have the same thing as well, because it's penetrating the wall, going upstairs, and the 2 bedrooms are back there, and the last bedroom we're going to be cabling to right on that side of the house. Again, signal is really poor that area, and hence why we're actually cabling the rooms instead, because I'm fed up. The kids keep saying to Dad, look, Wi-Fi keeps dropping, you know, we're having issues and stuff. Why, what's going on and stuff. So now I want to make sure they're all hardwired, and the only devices will be phones and tablets, which I tend to use downstairs quite a bit itself as well. So we can this with the PCs, we can outrule Wi-Fi issues as well. So then we know that if everything's to blame, it's going to be either my shoddy cabling, which is top notch, because I used to install this quite a lot for businesses, or it's the actual router broadband itself. So let's have a quick nose upstairs, and I'll show you what we've done upstairs. So this room gets Wi-Fi nicely, so I don't have to put anything in here. I was thinking of actually installing, because it's in a cupboard and the door closed, again that blocks signal. So I'm going to actually put a Wi-Fi hotspot, and we'll probably place it in the kitchen, up on the ceiling. So we'll probably place it up here somewhere. It looks like a fire, one of those fire detectors, and we'll place it up here. Then that will probably give a better signal going out to the bedroom. So that will cover that itself. We're going to put a Wi-Fi hotspots on the back of the house outside, so they'll get nice Wi-Fi signal to the bottom of the garden. Or if it's a nice sunny day like this, they can actually hang outside with it and stuff. So let's go upstairs. So we're going to put a second Wi-Fi hotspot, and we're going to put it on the top of the stairs here, which then should do all the upstairs itself. so they can literally fully roam around with their iPhone or their tablet, and there will have to be no issues. So we're going to put one here, excuse me, next, well, probably a bit away from that, the other side of the light, because that's the smoke detector. But these actually look like smoke detectors, so it'll go here. So we've got bedroom 1, 100% signal. That's already wide up. Can't go in there and show you because he's out and he locks his door. He's 14-year-old now, so he needs his privacy. So, girls' bedroom, it's a bit messy. So we've got a cupboard in there, which my daughter uses, and we have a connection, hardwire connection coming in from there. And in the boys' room. So there's my Minecraft freak. Bit of a thing. So in this bedroom here, we're going to put a hole in the wall. There's already a hole in the wall here, so we'll probably actually widen it up a bit more. Bring the Ethernet cables through. And there's going to be a point there and a point here for his PC. So we may put 4 cables in here so they can use their PC. Bailey obviously has an Xbox, so he can use his PC and Xbox at the same time, and then they both have hardwired internet. And then obviously when the Wi-Fi point is here, they also will have perfect signal, because Wi-Fi signal here is really poor. He's actually running off Wi-Fi at the moment with his PC down in there, so by his feet. So it's sort of good, but it's just in there until we get the cables in. So yeah, and he's our Minecraft freak. And we're going to do a video soon on creating a Minecraft server so that Noah here can actually log into it and play it. Yeah. Hopefully, who wants to try and sell it to his friends at school, make a bit of pocket money, yeah. So it goes. And he tends to do 2 things. He's on the gaming machine. He also has his iPad on FaceTime, which talks to his sister in the other bedroom. So they're not only talking to each other and sort of in the same game, they're actually going FaceTime. So it's very heavily used here, Wi-Fi. So we've got to make it more stable for him, make it much more stronger. And then outside, so you can see outside the garden, they'll be able to see Wi-Fi out the back garden, because at the moment when you get out the back garden, it's really, really poor. Again, we're trying a lot with a small cheap box, because that's what these boxes service providers put in, and then they're not expensive ones. So that's the main project. So most of the cabling comes outside. I'll show you outside actually, where the cable runs. You're probably saying to me, where do you run the cables? We just think about running it indoors, but then if you think about it, these are the stairs. The cupboard is under the stairs, so it's trying to get the cables out of the cupboard and up the stairs to the bedrooms, which basically would mean you'll see cables along these walls. They look horrible, especially if she's sort of decorated. Well, hasn't been decorated for a while anyway. And it just means more to try and cover up, make it look more neater, which is difficult. So I decided to put the cables on the outside. So I'll show you how we did that. Hopefully my connection's alright, it keeps kind of dropping out. I am relying on the Wi-Fi here, which is a bit poor, to get a signal. So if it drops out, my fault. So, yeah, if anybody comments on my eyes, it's lack of sleep. I'm up late, editing, creating videos, all the time. But next week, I'm going to bed early, so I get rid of these bags under my eyes. So that's what happens when you spend up too much time on YouTube creating videos. So what we've done here, we've drilled 2 nice holes in the wall here. Cables neatly tied all out the wall. And we've got one goes off this way, so the first bedroom goes up there. So I've got to tidy all that up, put some stuff in the hole to fill it all in as well. And the other one runs this way, up into the hole there, straight into the second bedroom. So that's how them 2. So the next 2 cables, again, will run from there, all at the wall, running existing cable here, and then it'll go off up that direction, and then across the roof to the other bedroom. So we'll probably put 4 cables in there. And then we'll cut back all this existing cable that's not needed, because this is a lot of old Sky cable that we don't need anymore. So that can literally come off itself. But yeah, so that's how this little home Wi-Fi connection setup is worked. It's pretty much worked for any household. So if you are looking at installing Wi-Fi, my suggestion would be run cables to your PCs to get decent connections. Use the outside of the house to run the cables around, because you can hide it more. Doesn't look so untidy inside the house, because inside the house you spend most time in, so you want to make sure, you know, it looks tidy. You know, it's horrible having piping and extra cables running around. It's difficult to hide it. And you spend more money on plastic ducting and cable ducting to hide it all, and it's just horrible. And when it comes to decorating, you're decorating around it, all over it. And when it comes to diagnosing cables, then you've got to tear it all back up, then redecorate afterwards. So the idea was here to literally cable outside. Nobody really gives a crap's ass what the cabling looks like outside, because as long as you tack it down nicely, you can paint over it to make it match the side of your house and stuff, or the colour of your house itself. Nice and easy, much more easy that way. And you run direct cables straight to where you need to. You don't have to run over stuff, under stuff, which all adds extra length on the cable. So by doing it outside the house, it's very much a direct route and less cable to use. Because with Ethernet, the shorter it is, the quicker it's going to be on connection-wise. The longer the cable, the signal slowly sort of degrades over time as it gets longer and longer. So you can run them nice and short, then you know you're going to have decent connections to your internet. Then if you do have to use Wi-Fi, I would use the ceiling-mounted ones, which are TP-Links, the ones I've reviewed on this channel. They can be purchased from Maplins or online from eBuyer, Maplins Online, and various other locations. They're easy to fit, they screw in. You only need one cable to each of the access points, because it comes with a PoE injector, which injects the power through the cable, the powers the box up, so you don't have to run two cables, one for power, just one cable, which is nice and easy. Then you can put the power line boxes in the plug sockets quite easy itself. You can get a PoE switch, which can be expensive, so you don't have to run power converters, or injectors they call them, some power line injectors. You can just run it straight back to the switch, and then the switch will provide the power for your devices. That works pretty well as well. But warn you, the switches can be expensive because they're called PoE switches. If you get an 8-port one, you'll find only 4 ports of PoE. So if you get a 16 ports, you might then find 8 ports of PoE. So it depends how many Wi-Fi points you have in the house. It's on how big the switch you need to get. They don't do switches I'm aware of at the moment that are 4-port or full 4 PoE. If they are expensive. So just be pre-warned. Injectors are more cheaper, but then again, it's all adding more power sockets, and it makes it a bit more harder to hide the cabling itself. But if you've got PoE switches, there's no power line converters to use or hide or extra sockets to use up. It's just all the switch provides it, and you can run the cables up to 80 meters long, no more than that, and that would be perfect for it. So that's what my recommendations would be if you're doing a Wi-Fi in a house. I've done lots of Wi-Fi jobs before in the house where we put Wi-Fi points upstairs, and we've then bounced it off another signal to boost it. It sort of works for a small point, but nowadays people stream a lot. There's Netflix, there's Sky streaming, so you need a really stable Wi-Fi strong connection. So the best thing to do is put hotspots around the house, physically cable them to the switch, then you know you've got perfect hotspots, and they all work nicely. And these Wi-Fi points, they work off one management software that runs on a PC, and you can scan and you can see them all on your network. And when you do an upgrade for the firmware, it upgrades all of them at one time. And when you want to use the SSID, you only need to use one SSID profile, which you just set it up. You tell all the hotspots are going to be the same, and it blows it all out, and it's nice and easy. You can even put your BT SSID in the profile and its password, and it'll literally blow it out to the Wi-Fi hot points. So when they all connect up, they're all on the same SSID profile. So you don't have to have multiple profiles for the multiple points in your room. It keeps it nice and simple, really nice and simple. So this is how this works. So we're going to improve on a bit more now, because we're going to talk not about NAS boxes. We're talking about Unraid products as well, Unraid 6, where you can create a NAS box on your network for video streaming, films, music, sharing files. So the other project on here, we're going to install a NAS box in there that has a software on it it's a plugin software called Plex Player or Plex Server, and it allows you to run all the films on a Plex app that looks like a professional video streaming service for the house. So that'll be installed in there. There will also be file sharing on there for the kids in the house, because they're doing lots of pictures on their phones now on the video. They're taking pictures. Even my son Bailey got a GoPro for Christmas, so there'll be a nice storage solution in here for them to connect to and save their files to. It'll be a twin box with 2 dedicated hard drives installed, so it'll be in a mirrored format, so the data will be safe on 2 drives mirrored for them as well. Then that way they've got a safe place to keep everything stored and backed up. So hope you like this video. We're going to got next week I'm doing an install. We've got cancelled this week. So next week I've got an actual Wi-Fi install to do at someone's home. It's much bigger than this, so much more cabling. They're having the Wi-Fi points installed, and there's also got an outdoor access point to install as well. So that's next week. I will film that, and I'll get up on the channel for you to watch, and we'll show you all the configuration side, show how easy the configuration is to do. So thanks for watching, guys. Any comments? I haven't seen any comments come up on it at the moment. I know there's quite a few people watching, but I can't see the comments for some reason. Maybe the app itself. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next video, which should be out in the next few days. Cheers.